we'll take the hit for that one.
Eliana, we're about to say we've been mostly promoting it on here.
Yeah. What's up to everybody? Eliana, what's up? She said she was like, we're glad, but she went we couldn't get it out. We went live yesterday. To see because she couldn't make it.
Yeah, I went live a few times on on some on the concerts. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She said that's what's up. Stepping out of that comfort zone tend to be rewarding. Yeah, he did that. He did that thing.
I put on my networking hat yesterday.
That boy was doing it.
for real.
Yes, sir. He was doing it. Yeah.
And then I go to Instagram and I had all them invites to be people friends. I got some friends.
I want him.
I got friends, mama. I made some friends, mama.
I got some new friends.
Some brew friends.
Yeah, it was good. That's my first time even going to one. So it's like here and there you'll see somebody in the street that was probably a brew or whatever. But other than that, just being in one spot, man, it was like, dang, it's all of y'all. It is more. That's just a portion. You know, I know it's more. It's a whole lot more
everywhere. And y'all know, it's a lot of cats out there that kind of it's a lot of doctrine out there. A lot of people in camps, a lot of camp doctrine, a lot of people that call that say Yahweh. Some say Yahuwah, some say Ahaya. Bashem Yahweh, all that type of stuff, you know. So the fact that even with all of that and the different dialects, names and everything,
it all come to one.
They all came to one place, and with nobody hating on nothing, with nobody even talking about no Edomite stuff. We was just we were focused on each other. Mm-hmm. If you was there, we were focused on you. Mm-hmm. We were hugging on you, loving on you, fixing your plate, taking care of you, throwing your trash away, selling you items, kosher items, all that, taking pictures with our brothers, taking selfies, just a lot of hugs and kisses, man. And man, I ain't gonna even lie, your boy got what they call it when you starstruck. I got
Bruce-struck.
I got Bruce-struck when I saw that Amina boy. Woo! Woo, that girl fine. Amina, man, saw Amina. And then she you know me, I'm like, man, what's up, Amina? She like, hey, it's like,
it's like stay on you.
Yeah, like, pleasure to me. She like, pleasure, man. You fam, like, don't come to me like no fan. She had called me over there, like, come over here, let me talk to you. Little stuff like that. So, that was cool. It was just cool, man.
Right. That was dope. It's the whole meeting was dope, y'all. And we took some pictures and all that good stuff. But we're gonna share that with y'all. But the topic though, that's pretty good. The importance of brotherhood and sisterhood.
Yeah, most definitely.
So,
because that's all we got this weekend, and these people coming from the East Coast, the West Coast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was the one cat stood up when we was introducing ourselves. Mm-hmm. He said his name was like, let's say his name was Judah, and we would introduce ourselves, our names, where we were from, and how long we've been in the walk. I think
it was something like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I'm RD. With your radio, been in the walk, 5 years, from Dallas, Texas. Mm-hmm. That type of thing. Mm-hmm. This guy, he stood up. He said, "My name's Jude. I've been in the walk 10 years, and I'm from Midwest Babylon."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna start using that, man.
Midwest Babylon.
I'm from the dirty South Babylon.
That's where we are.
The dirty.
That was old boy from Real Judah.
From Real Judah. Oh yeah. Okay. Bet.
Yeah. So a lot of performers came out. We had the Real Judah. We had this is like the award show for the secular world,
Hey, for real.
Courtney Bell. That's like the Kendrick Lamar.
That's the Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, for real. CrunkGod the Jew.
Yep, him.
CrunkGod the Jew, who's kind of like the Lil Jon, kind of like the get you lit.
Yeah, right. Because So we had like a
dude like Jay-Z and Jeezy, you know what I'm saying?
Snoop Dogg all mixed together.
All that mixed together. But who is Chaarawtaza?
He is like
because he got a lot of bars, but you know what I'm saying, he fun too.
Maybe I wouldn't say common then. Common more.
No,
let's see.
You want somebody that kind of fun. Who out there with the lyrics that's fun and get people on their feet?
Could
like
a
Busta Rhymes, maybe?
Him or maybe Andre 3000.
Ooh, that's good. Good. I like that. That Andre, that's real hype right there. He like the Andre 3000 of truth music. For real. Shout out to Andre. Andre's birthday was 2 days ago.
What?
Yeah, Andre 3000 turned.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he turned like 42 or something like that. But yeah, man.
Wow.
Big thing.
It was. Let me see who else was there. Inyarachaa.
Yeah,
he was there.
He did a good job. Man.
Yeah, he did.
He did a good job.
That was his wife. That's on that piece.
Yeah. Okay. He had his wife. Him and his wife recorded a song together. They brought his son up, and he sung to his son.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was he premature or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah. He had some birth complications. Yeah. But he was on stage. Little boy he was like what? Probably maybe 1 year old, and was walking around getting the stuff on stage while they were singing to him. So that was pretty cool.
It was good, y'all.
Who was there? You wasn't there, Val.
Oh yeah. Val. She was there.
Lying to your teeth. Valerie was there,
and she won.
And she won a prize. Now, mind y'all. Hey, Valerie Patterson is the newest member of the Yo community. Yeah. Not only is she the newest member, she was the youngest Hebrew there. She's the youngest Hebrew there. So like in the walk.
Right.
She only been in the walk probably like 4 or 5 months.
Probably so, yeah.
4 or 5 months. But her study game paid off yesterday. They asked a question that a lot of people that was studied in this word couldn't answer. But she shouted it out and won the prize. And only in a Hebrew event can you win a tent. She won a whole tent.
So she's Sukkah ready.
So yeah. So while everybody else at Dick's Sporting Goods and all that academy trying to find a tent, she already got hers.
She set it up.
Y'all need to step y'all game up if you ain't got your tent. I definitely ain't got a tent, so she gonna have to scooch over or something so we can get up under that thing for real.
How many people get in there? About 4 or 5?
Yeah, I don't know.
Read the label.
Read the label for real. Tell you. Everybody gonna be in there Indian style. For real, she was a winner for real. And then you could have won again, but you was feeding your face in the back, cackalaking with mind culture.
Yeah,
for real. I was a winner. Inserts pat on the back for real.
She's funny.
So like Yo Radio, we showed out.
Yeah,
we showed out while we was in there. They knew who we was in that thing. So we represented for y'all, Yo Nation. We appreciate y'all. We took y'all with us, man. Hopefully y'all was able to catch some of the stream. If not, you obviously there's a lot of playback on our pages, both our personal and the Yo Radio fan page. So definitely check it out when you get some time.
We could have more, but you know how the phones you got to charge them up and all that good stuff. Right. But it's all good. We got y'all enough good footage though between both of us.
Oh, you know what? My daughter won something too.
Oh yeah, she sure did.
My daughter won a raffle. She won some kosher soap.
Kosher
soap and some
good
like
for your skin,
some body cream or something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of good vendors there too.
Yeah, some good vendors, man, for real.
They got the clothes, the jewelry, and the bakes goods. I mean, music, t-shirts,
for real. And I apologize because Valerie ain't even know who Amina was.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Keisha was like, "Who Amina?" I was like, "Yeah, you know Amina. She'll be on the show."
Video,
but we listen to their music. We chilling, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But they don't, we don't really be, playing a lot all the time. We just the videos, the album. So they know she had an album out. So they were like, I gotta get an album. And they didn't know that Amina was lit. Like she was pretty lit.
She got that Cali style.
Yeah, right. She do have that kind of like the little Cali West Coast vibe. Even with her talk, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when she got on stage, noticed like she didn't have to say, "Everybody get your hands in the air." Yeah, everybody stood up soon as that beat dropped. It was something for the ladies.
Lady behind
yeah. Man, ladies, man, see what ladies be supporting, man. It's crazy because you don't think like women listen to like hip hop.
Right.
Man, Amina got a fan base. It was crazy, man.
She do, man.
She sold a lot of merch out there. She did, for real.
We could have asked her for an offering.
For real, hey, for real. Contribute. For real.
Robert, what's up, man? Shalom out to you too, man.
Shalom.
Thanks for tuning with us, brother. We just talking about the importance of brotherhood and sisterhood.
Yeah.
And what she said, and we just want to chop it up with that and show some pictures throughout the show, all that good stuff. Julia, what's up? She said, I need a kosher soap or any kind of soap by the end of the
you
day.
Out there on that phone,
yeah,
boy.
bro.
You out there musty, huh?
Matter of fact, Julia, I've been talking to Lady Gina, She said when we decide to come up there, she gonna invite you so we all can be at the ranch together. she told me let you know, man. She gonna let you know, and I'll let you know too. So don't tell her I told you already because I already said it. Cause that's gonna be nice. She said she got the what you call it ATVs on the land for us to ride. She got horses, man.
We're gonna get out there. Oh yeah, let's do it, man. Y'all just give me a date. You know me, boy.
Yeah.
That Valerie told me the other day. She said, I'm tired of talking, RD. I said, you know what? I'm tired too. Put something on my calendar. We're gonna burn it up. We gotta do something. We gotta put something together with something.
Yeah, that's true, man.
We gotta put something together. You know what's funny too? You know, Daud was saying it, man. You know, it's the importance of brotherhood and sisterhood is the fact that we are like-minded, yet we all have different like gifts and talents.
True.
And so being able to congregate and network, I think that's one of the most important things about brotherhood that you can ever accomplish. Think about how much information we've gotten from people for free and how much help people just give us just because we take the time out to spend time with people. You know,
that's true.
I was say, man, it was funny because Courtney Bell, y'all, that would start again. Bruce struck because Courtney Bell is probably one of the he's like 23 years old.
Yeah, he's 23, man.
And this guy lyrically, I can put him up there with the Kendrick Lamar, like for real.
Yeah,
like stage presence. You know,
his video stuff,
his videos quality, all of that. This guy has a massive following, and he does shows overseas and everything. Because remember, it's a lot of brews overseas too. Them ships ain't just come to what they call the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
Yeah, they were everywhere. So this brother been traveling like for real. We got some brothers I met yesterday that travel internationally with this message, and so this thing is moving, y'all. And I network with the one brother who's from Dallas who's on his way to Jordan, I believe. But we're gonna be taking he's gonna be taking your radio with him, man. And just sharing the knowledge, sharing what we're doing. Obviously the not us personally, but you know the message, the video and all that stuff that we do, so that we can build our international community.
That's true.
Courtney Bell was like, y'all do the radio show. Come on, we're gonna connect. If y'all need help marketing, I got an entire marketing team behind my whole strategy. You know, and what I've been telling Daud, that's the one thing that we all need. Like we need brews who are in like marketing and advertising, who really appreciate the craft and follow the craft. One thing to just have a camera and just take video and know how to do a little bit and put no, you gotta understand like lighting and timing and you know backgrounds and foregrounds and foreshadows. That's when you're a master of your craft. That's true. We need brews who are masters of their craft and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's enough people out there frying fish and barbecuing meat. What about the social media thing? Yeah. What about, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we all in the scripts. So now we need to take it to the next level, man.
That's true.
Take these tools of the wicked, man, and use them for Yahuwah, for real.
That's true, y'all. So we got to work together, stay together, and just have this thing, you know, do what it do. Because once we come together, I mean, the plan will work. It's like you can't go against it. If you go against the plan, I mean, that could be on you. But I don't want to miss it. I mean, I don't want to miss that. I'm like already ready for the next one. It's like I want to plan one for ourselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right, for real, another one. You know, maybe our anniversary. You know, next time or something more. I know this time kind of like close. Because you know that marketing part, you really got to get that right.
Yeah, you got to get it right. You know, so, they spoiled us this weekend. Man.
They did, man. Big time. And the studies weren't bad either, man. We had Shabbat together on Saturday, and what's the guy name? He an artist too. The one that talked about the drought. Because that's the real Judah.
Yeah.
But I forgot his name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
But yeah, him and his partner, they did a piece about being in a drought. And then Daud came in talking about I guess the false prophets and stuff like that.
Leadership.
Yeah, leadership.
He did leadership.
Good. I guess good and poor leadership.
Yeah. So theirs was the importance of water.
Okay. Yeah.
The importance of water. Yeah. And then Daud taught on leadership. And good teaching, man.
It was good.
Incredible teaching, man. Incredible teaching. Good.
What's up, Tanya Monroe? Hey, Tanya Monroe is one of our friends that listen to us. Hey, she finally found our page, and now I just messing. But we got to get her on the show too. We got to get her on our show. She has her own ministry. Definitely want to get some information out. So big shout outs to Tanya Monroe doing her thing. You just better not move to Atlanta.
Hey Tanya,
you stay here. No, but
them glasses,
right, looking like Wonder Woman or something.
That's like that. That's like a power pose right there. You know what I'm saying? Like she must be like a lawyer or something like that.
No, she's not a lawyer.
She getting a position of power. I feel the power just emitting from that picture. Like I need to like hire her to like get rid of these tickets or something. I got warrants, Tanya. Can you help me? Can you help me, please, Tanya Monroe?
She's just gonna show up in the courtroom for you. That's it.
Right.
I'll be your support.
It'd be like Martin episode of Martin, a rolling stop.
But yeah, big shouts out to Tanya Monroe doing her thing. I can't remember ever of the ministry. If you could type that in, we'll give you shout outs on your ministry too as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I want to drop some scripture on the topic for the day. You know, we're talking about the importance of brotherhood and sisterhood. Absolutely. And so when we talk about brotherhood, it could be between brothers or it could be brotherhood, like siblinghood, you know what I'm saying, which is you know, everybody, you know, the group, you know, both genders. And so I want to read a scripture, which is Psalm 133 verse 1, which everybody knows. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. And so MitresNHeadwraps too was all about unity. Right. It was all about unity. Like I said, there was no bickering, there was no fighting, there was nothing it was no folly. It was nothing crazy going on this weekend that was embarrassing. True. You know, it was crazy. We was in Dallas, White Rock Lake at like I can't think what it was called, like this kind of like this little building, you know, pavilion type thing. Right. And remember, this is a public place, and so they had families that went with us that was kind of coming around, driving around, just peeping the scene, fishing, camping out, and just hanging out, you know, barbecuing. That was around us, so people were able to see Hebrews together. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy one another, hang out, be pleasant to one another. And so I think that was important also, because we are already a peculiar people. The scripture said we're a peculiar people. So when they see us in our fringes, they see us we're rocking our natural hair. When they see us do, you know what I'm saying? Just praising the Most High, they're gonna be like, hey, what are they doing? They doing something different. You know, they doing this, so they supposed to be at church right now, but they're not at church. But then they got these fringes on, and then they got the women, you know what I'm saying, dressed in modest, you know, all this type of stuff. They're like, okay, what's up with them? Something wrong with them people. But that's that lasting impression. Right. You see what I'm saying?
That's good, man. That's good. So I mean, I was excited, man. Two things. I was excited, tired at the same time, because I've been up since like 6 yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
And I'm like, man, I'm trying to get this thing. I'm trying to get it. But it was good though. I pushed myself in because I was like, man, I might just stay at the house. Then Conchetta said, hey, can you take this with you? I said, okay. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I gotta get Ryan in there. I got it.
The wristband.
Yeah. She forgot her wristband, so I have to get it to her. So
no doubt.
But that's what's up. So we pushed on, but I was glad I did it anyway, because man, just to see everybody there. 2 days. We actually said we were just gonna do one day. Guess what happened? We did two.
We ended up doing both days. I'm glad we both went to both.
Yeah, it was good though, man. Yeah. It was real good. What's to say? Hey, the ones that saw you were supposed to have been at the church too. Hey, you funny for that. We'll put that for real. Yeah,
for real.
You supposed to have been there too. Yeah, man.
But if anything, they need to. If I had any complaint, if I had to make any complaint about MitresNHeadwraps too, them boys stayed on CH time, boy. CHT. I had to change it up. Not CP time. It's CH time. Chocolate Hebrew time. Them boys on chocolate Hebrew time to the exponential, boy.
Oh,
to the 13th power. They
hey, but still got out on time.
They still. They was about to pay extra for the room, boy. Hey, man. Them boys was like, man, I had to find something to do. Man, I was on my phone playing poker, everything, waiting for the thing to start.
Talking to Jeremy.
Yeah, you're right. Jeremy.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Jeremy. Oh man.
He had. I'm telling you, this dude is a Caucasian guy, right?
Mhm.
But he in a house full of Hebrews that was of color.
Yeah.
And didn't miss a beat though. He
No.
went in there looking scared. He felt like, hey, I'm home with y'all.
Right.
And I think, truthfully, you is
That boy. Hey, Jeremy, if you listening right now, you know what's funny? Your last name White. His last name White.
So is Jeremy White.
Jeremy is is an entrepreneur. He's he does 3D printing, and we talked about the what is that? The Bitcoin cryptocurrency. So he does cryptocurrency. So, but again, if we was on that white stuff, like we don't like white people, we would have missed that. We would have missed that. And so we told him that we've been doing shows about crypto and getting the Hebrews more involved, getting you guys more involved with the crypto. He was like, get me on the show the next time y'all talk about it so I can tell them how to make money.
Right. He said, I'll show you how
to do it. So look, y'all, we about to miss out on a blessing because you judging him because of his complexion. Now, granted, this the other thing. Y'all don't know nobody's struggle. True. Before we go out here talking about how we hate this person, that person, you got to understand people's struggle and why they are the way they are. All right. He is in a house full of Christians. His parents, he was raised Christian, raised Baptist and everything.
Right.
And so he's being shunned by his own family for coming into the Torah.
Right.
Now there's no one where he lives. There's no people in the Torah. So what did he grasp, latch on to? That YouTube. What did he find on YouTube? He find the Black Hebrews talking about the scripts. Right. So yeah, a lot of them have that hate message, but then he didn't let that deter him from wanting to know more about the Torah. Then he falls on the next best thing is the music. So he was in there. He met Daud, and he's a fan of Daud from YouTube. Right. And finally, actually meeting Mind Culture and Daud in that event, he was inspired, man. He was inspired. But if he would have let other people deter him, irrational deter him, man, he could have missed out on a blessing. A whole lot. We could have missed out on an opportunity to learn something from a brother, man. That's you know what I'm saying, who in the scripts.
Man, I mean, because he's super excited. He can't wait to the show start, the event start, and like, man, talking to us. And I guess us by even talking to him made him even feel even more better. Right. Because he already know what he was getting into. He was already getting into a situation where he was probably going to be the only white guy at an event. He was going to be looked at like, what is this Edomite doing? Right. He burn in hell, Edomite, all that type of stuff they be saying on the YouTube. All that crazy stuff. He was expecting that. He was expecting somebody to point out the fact that he was white. He was ready for all that, but he did not let it shun him. And it reminded me of the woman who had the issue of blood. That's a good one.
She did not let the fact that all these bruises around Yeshua trying to get some counsel, trying to get that wisdom and knowledge and get healing. That did not deter her from pushing her way through the crowd. Right. And he even said that I'm not giving the children bread to the dogs. You see what I'm saying? She was like, give me them table scraps then. Right. You see what I'm saying? That. Give me and she still fought her way. And he said, because you know what I'm saying, your faith has made you whole. He was inspired by this woman who was not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is true.
To come through, you know what I'm saying, and believe in him. So Jeremy White, if you're listening, brother, we appreciate it. We already linked up, so we know we're gonna connect anyway. We
definitely gonna link up with this man, because it's not that just because. No, it's because who you are. Yeah. You want to learn. So that hey, why not learn together? And
he was there both days, bro. He drove an hour.
Fort Worth. He's from Fort Worth. Matter of fact, where you from, Robert? Yeah. Around your area. And Robert said, that's what Yeshua meant by offering this to the Gentiles also. We are to preach that we were the Gentiles and we got adopted into the faith. Not true.
See? Because think about it. When you think about Abraham, Abraham was a Gentile. His daddy was an idol maker. Yeah, he didn't know. What's his name? Terah. Yeah, he was an idol maker.
Like strong though.
Strong in the game. It wasn't until Moses had that awakening that Yahweh. He wasn't Jewish. He wasn't Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? Well, he was Hebrew, but you know what I'm saying. But he was away from the wisdom. He was away from the knowledge. It wasn't until he came into the knowledge that he began to reject the doctrine of his father. Right. You see what I'm saying? And then God honored him and gave him a seed and a land.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And a promise. And now we're walking out that promise. There are going to be some people. What is that scripture where it says that if when Israel rise, the world will be blessed? I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna look it up in a second, because I want to miss the point. But if we're doing what we're supposed to do, the world is going to be blessed. You look at what happened when we weren't on our game and we didn't do what we were supposed to do. Then people in the world, the tribes and the peoples and other nations, they began to eradicate us and conquer us, and they took over the world. Now the whole world is falling apart. You see what I'm saying? It ain't just us that's suffering. Everybody's suffering. The economy is suffering. People are suffering worldwide, and we live in lies.
Right.
On every continent, there's a lie in government. There's a lie in conspiracies, all that type of stuff, because the wrong people are running the world.
Right.
Because we didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Is this it right here? Genesis 22:18. It said, this is the New Living. And through the descendants, all the nations of the earth will be blessed, all because you have obeyed me.
All the descendants of the earth, man. So think about it. If we doing what we're supposed to do, if we have MitresNHeadwraps every day, you know what I'm saying? People gonna take notes and say, I want to learn what y'all learning. Y'all some people that really love each other. Y'all music go hard, y'all midrash go hard, y'all love for each other go hard. Y'all sustaining each other business as a community. Y'all looking like a unit. You're looking like a unit. Y'all must be a blessed people.
Right.
How can I get in on it?
That's how it's looking like, man.
That's how it's looking.
Because there's a lot of people, they thinking about what we doing. Like, I had a thought about, I see them over there doing the same thing I was thinking about. Or what I'm, was intrigued by, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me go talk to them. Or, Yahweh sent us to them to some kind of way. It's just a blessing to see everybody coming together, y'all. And it's more of us out here that's scattered, thinking about the Hebraic lifestyle. And just don't know how to tap in, or came across some things that probably deterred them and all that kind of stuff. But it's still some more things or people out here to help. And we here to help. Our whole thing, like Courtney Bell was talking about, it's two sets of Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you got the one that's teaching the a hate group type deal, and you get the one that's coming in love.
Correct.
I was glad he said that, but at the same time, I was like, oh man, what if some might be in here? How would they feel, or would they say, or step to them or whatever? But it didn't even go down like that. So it was just a thought that I had, like, wow, okay, because you don't know who's who.
You don't know exactly. So we just gotta be careful with these steps, y'all. We just gotta be so careful with these steps, And a righteous man falls 7 times. You know what I'm saying? The most righteous man falls. So what does that mean? Like there's always. It's not about the fall.
Yeah,
it's about always being in the position to learn something new about yourself.
Absolutely.
And nobody has it. Nobody has it 100%. We should be striving for perfection, striving for perfection, and it is an attainable goal. It is something that you can obtain. You can obtain perfection, but even in your perfection, there's a sense of humility where you sit back and you're like, yeah, I'm doing the commandments great. I'm doing a great job.
Right.
But now I need to level up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're always testing yourself at that point. And if you're not, you know what I'm saying, then you're doing it to please people and put yourself above others, man.
That's true. Now look at Julian. He said one of the sad things about living in a small town like Raton is not having fellowship. I notice when we go to large cities, you can find all kinds of fellowship in Torah. All my brotherhood and sisterhood is online. So hey man, you need to come find some land in Dallas then. For real. Hey man, we need to go ahead and get the land so you can come live here in your family. But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate we always appreciated you, man. You going on 2 years with us, Julian. Right. We appreciate you, brother.
For real. Send you a care package or something, bro.
Yeah. I want to taste that elk still, man. I haven't had elk.
Elk.
Was it elk? You say he had? Yeah, that was Julian. Maybe he's gonna send us something before.
Elk ain't kosher, boy. Don't be eating no elk, boy.
It ain't elk.
Elk.
What do you say he's gonna give us?
Elk.
Was it elk?
I'm telling Julian that elk ain't kosher.
It ain't for real.
It got how many stomachs it got?
I don't know.
It chew the cud. Elk do chew a cud. Is it split hooves?
I don't know. He said it.
It's split hoof. Wait a minute. It's split hoof. It chew the cud, which means it got more than 2 stomachs. I mean more than 1 stomach. So it got 2 stomachs.
That's kind of like a buffalo.
No, it's like a deer.
Oh,
Everything.
okay.
Yeah. So we can eat deer. We should be able to eat elk. It's just a bigger,
Just a bigger
specimen.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
eating
never
buffalo.
mind.
The big old. Hey,
As you were. Eat your elk. You know. That's funny that we sitting on here trying to decide if elk is edible.
You know, Julian, he's a jokester too, so
Right.
he could have slid one on us like, I'll get y'all some elk.
Hey,
But
for real.
definitely.
For real. Josh, what's up, cuz? What's up, Ak? Josh
All
Maroney.
right,
He got the same name, Ak. Maroney, Josh Maroney on the line. Hey, my
Josh,
son.
Yeah.
Listen to these brothers. This is the Hebrew family I studied with. Hey, Josh, when you coming through, bro?
Yeah, come kick it with us, Josh, man.
Yeah.
We kick it. We kick it like how you kick it, man. How you
For
kick it?
Hey.
How you kick it?
Hey, if you kick it like I think you kick it, then we kick it harder than you kick it. So you might want to get that ticket.
You might get that
show
ticket.
up on a Saturday. For real.
Kick it with us, man.
Come kick it.
Your father having fun with us, man.
For real.
Big shout out to Robert Maroney.
Man.
That boy, he on fire, man, for that Torah, man. That's good. That's good.
Man, everybody, man, we just seen so many people. You ain't saying no disrespect to what you're doing out there, man, but hey, you ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it out there. It ain't out there, man. I'm the first to tell y'all it ain't out there. I done did it all, seen all. He done did it all, seen all 8 times more than I did. So, man, this like I said, this weekend let me know that you ain't gotta be amazing, great with your holiness.
Yeah, you don't.
You can turn up. I ain't gonna say act the fool, but we act the fool, but we ain't act the fool like that.
Yeah,
but you can turn up and enjoy yourself and do it for a righteous cause. And pray. I mean, every time somebody said something, it was like, all praise to the Most High. I was like, man, I appreciate y'all making the trip. I appreciate the connect. Courtney Bell gave me his numbers. Yeah. I was like, man, you check your DMs because I'm gonna reach out to you. He's like, no. I said, how I'm gonna reach? I gotta reach out to you. How I'm gonna hit you up? He's like, my cell phone number. And gave me both his cell phone numbers. He's like, you can't find me at this one. Call me at this one. You know what I'm saying? He's like, we need to connect for real. You know, and this brother, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, international with the music thing. You know, he's supporting himself on the music.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the fact that, you know, I was like, I appreciate it. He's like, oh, all praise to the Most High. You know, the fact that we even here. Right. All praise to the Most High. You know, Absolutely. So everybody still, even when it's visibly this guy doing it, they're still giving God the praise.
Yeah.
Where do you see that at?
That's true.
You ain't seen it at the club.
You get in fights at the club.
Right. You ain't seen it at the mall.
Right.
You ain't seen it at the girl, you know, house. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting none of that, man. What we got over here, and it's fulfilling. It's just a fulfilling feeling to be amongst like-minded people who are doing things for a positive cause. I'll just leave it at that.
That's true, man. I was showing RD. We was in the line getting our food. Little 1-year-old child. He was like looking at him. He had on Zeke seats, y'all.
Yeah.
Little boy, I was tripping like,
yeah. It's like, you know, it was kind of cool. Like, man, that's the only reason why I want a son, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's the only reason why I want a son.
Get ready, Keisha. Get ready, Keisha.
Just the only reason why I want a son, man, so I can dress him up in like little baby like Zeke, man. Put on little tassels and things like that. That's the only reason why, and just raise him up to be a young RD.
But you know what's deep though, man? A lot of times our desires is his desires.
Right.
What's deep is just the timing of when he want to do it.
Right.
So it's still possible.
Hey, for real.
It's still possible.
For real. I might have to give me a little what they call him? What? Had to give me a Bilha. Keys don't want no more kids. She don't want no more, man. She don't want no more kids, bro. Cause Ryan, we did it right the first time. Ryan is like me on 10.
I think later, if it was to happen, or when it was to happen, whatever, I think she accepted Ryan later because she's like, when she get older, I mean, because Ryan got a different mindset, man.
Yeah.
She may say this because she's been on one for a while.
Right.
But when that little joker come,
she'd
be all over that dude.
That's true too. That's true. Because she just been she's been the only child for so long.
But how was she? 12, 13?
Yep, she just turned 12. Then
Boy,
my
you
little
about to have
girl.
a teenager next year, boy.
I know. I'm ready for all that, man. Because after that she'll be 13. After that she'll be 14. After that she'll be 15. After that 16.
Oh,
And that
she's
be
ready to get out of here.
exactly. So,
She might
come
want
on
to go
time.
to college or something.
Come on time. I told her, man, she need to soak up that basketball though. Because
Yeah.
I ain't paying for no college, man. I ain't paying Babylon for no information just to get a job. They say you need money, get a job. To get a job, you go to college. You go to college.
Get in
Get
debt
a job
and get in debt.
Get in debt. Now you need to be. Now you starting over from scratch. I'm not going to do that. I was like, you better soak up this basketball. You better get on these grades, because else you're gonna be at the house with me and your mama working until you can move out.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I ain't paying for college. I learned the hard way, and I don't take it for granted at all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't take it for granted at all, because you need your education. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Babylon. But it's important that we also learn these type of trades. We need to learn how money management, things that they don't teach at school is what you really need. Investing your money in the right places, little stuff like that. But yeah, man, if I had a little boy, that'd be crazy, man.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy. That boy, that sucker be spoiled, man. That's like, I don't want to, because I already know I'm gonna spoil that old sucker, boy. For real. Pernell, Valley boy, that's the only little boy that be around me all the time, and that sucker get spoiled by us. He look, when Friday, when he was over there talking to Daud with us, were you there?
Yeah, I came over. No, we got there later though.
Oh, you wasn't there when I called him in there to talk to Daud? Yeah, I had Daud just speak some positive into the young man, and he didn't want to go home tonight. He ended up spending the night.
he was full.
Yeah. Then I dropped him off at my mama and them house, and then he got spoiled over there. He didn't want to go.
That's how it is. When family, put that love on you, bro. It's hard to leave from something like that.
He the only boy we got around, so that's what we all girls,
Right.
Well, until we go to Austin and be with my nephews, obviously, But yeah,
that's right. Yeah, brothers there, nephews.
Yeah, because Jude and EJ, they too grown. They don't like me like that.
They be kicking it, man.
Yeah, they on their own stuff. I be trying to spoil your hunt. He don't want it either, so I point to Pernell. I'm gonna reach out to Trey. I'm gonna see if Trey accept my love. Maybe Trey will love me back. Yeah,
love me back.
For real.
He said we need that's true. We need our own schools and grocery stores and everything.
Hey, for real.
It's so much we need, but I'm pretty sure it's some out here though. We just haven't tapped into them yet.
You know what we need? We
What?
We need our own coffee house.
We need that too.
For real. We need something like businesses that can sustain themselves when we not there. You know what I'm saying? We need that type. We need like an engine that'll run, that don't really need us to be over it. A system, a process that just or machine.
We just drop the merchandise down and let it roll.
Right.
Have people in place to run it.
Correct.
Boom.
Because Amazon let you put products on their website.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you can your shirts and everything.
Yeah.
But they take so much off the top. But I mean, they doing the drop ship and all that.
Yeah.
Too. But that's still, I don't want to split my hard work 50-50.
That's why we just create the thing ourselves and just say, hey, come pick it up, or we'll do it ourselves. We'll ship it to you.
It says, right. We've been looking for financial investing guidance. We have one in our kingdom. Do we have one in the kingdom?
It's something out there.
We actually do. Why you tripping? Oh man, what's this? The brother that do the jazz music. He had a TV show. His wife came on.
Oh, Ben Tankard.
Jewel.
Jewel Tankard.
Jewel Tankard. Have you ever heard? You know Ben Tankard and Jewel Tankard got their show.
Thicker Than Water.
Monique, yeah, she fam, and she got books on investing and everything. She's really into the financial education and whatnot. So, we can definitely find out if she got some information that she can, pour in, and we can have her back on the show.
Yeah.
If you had any specific question, definitely try to make that connection there. Also depend on what type of financial investing.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people, the first thing we think about is securities, buying stocks and bonds.
Bitcoin
is, I don't even like stock no more, bro.
Yeah.
My stock ain't doing nothing. Like my stock was doing this. And so I'm like, good. Now it's like just sitting there. I'm like, man, don't sit. Like, move.
Right.
Lose something. So I start, because of that, I start buying all. So now that the oil price is going up, thank you, Trump. I'm making little money now. I'm making money on all the natural gas and stuff like that. So thank you, Donald Trump, for for starting wars. starting for starting World War III.
Right.
So that's the only way I see I can get paid. I gotta get paid off the dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that's not everything like concrete, metals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's stuff that's right now that I'm actually making money off of.
Right. So definitely let us know, Monique, what type of investing you talking about.
She want that Bitcoin though.
You want that? Oh, you want that Bitcoin? That's probably your best thing.
Yeah.
And we got a guy for Bitcoin. You just want to get Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We got our boy Jeremy, our new fresh brother.
Fresh brew.
He ready.
Because Hebrew, the word Hebrew only means crossed over.
That's it.
So you were in pagan idolatry, worship of foreign gods and these extra gods and space gods and all this other type of gods, and you created gods for yourself, and you know you don't know what you're doing. You just know that you connected to something, and you gave it a name. That's when we say pagan. That's what it just kind of come under, you know. Right. And so when you realize that there's one God, you know, Yahweh, and He created us. And yeah, it may seem weird to a lot of people because remember, like I said at the beginning, we're a peculiar people.
Absolutely.
You know, and our steps have been ordered. Once you understand the scriptures, you have a better understanding. You have a better sense of who you are.
Right.
And so then it don't seem as bad and awkward. And well, what about these people? The first thing you think about when you come into the truth. Well, what about these people? What about that people? Don't worry about you. You focus on you.
Focus on you.
You got to get this first. You got to get this, and you got to build your relationship with God first. Then you can start reaching out to other nations. Then you can start worrying about your family. But because you can't help nobody, can you help yourself?
True.
Right.
It starts off with
so you got to come out of what you were in so that you can be the light, you can be the salt, and walk in these precepts, because all this is just wisdom and teaching. Oh, well, the Egyptians had this back in the 17th century. Well, guess what they got it from? They got it from us. People forget that when Joshua was sold in Egypt, right? He took scriptures with him. You know Joshua was right.
Yeah.
All right. He took that, and he was one of the highest authoritative figures in Egypt when he was there. And the way that Egypt succeeded during their drought and during their what is it called, with their poverty,
right?
He put precepts in order based on the Torah to help Egypt get back on their feet.
He was the man.
He was the man. He used the Torah to establish Egypt as a empire when the Pharaoh at the time couldn't, right? And so it wasn't until he died, the Pharaoh died, that then you had all these Egyptians come in with and you know bring all this other type of teaching and stuff like that. And then they say, well, we don't like these people no more, so we're gonna put them in slavery. Like all this is in the scripture. But if all you know is church, then you don't see this. You don't see this type of stuff. You don't even see the fact that the word Egypt came from the word Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim was the son of Ham, right? He was a grandson of Ham. Ham was the son of Noah. What I said?
Joshua.
Joseph. I'm sorry. Joshua. I mean Joseph. I'm sorry, Joseph. And so Joseph was in Egypt. He was one of the highest authoritative figures. He was actually given the rights to almost in the position of the Pharaoh. People had to listen to him because he had the scepter of the Pharaoh. So, but like I was saying, Mitzrayim was the name was changed to the word Egypt. Okay. Mitzrayim was the son, I think, of Put. Put was the son of Ham. Ham was the son of Noah. Noah was one of the most righteous men to ever live, right? So much that Yahweh told him to build a ship. Put 7 of each clean animal. He didn't say, what were y'all taught at church?
2 by 2.
2 by 2. No, 7 of the clean and 2 of the unclean. Yep. Right. And then your family. So if he had his family, right, him and his wife and their 3 sons and their wives, right, that means that all of them were Torah. They were in the Torah. So he taught that to his sons. His sons taught that to their sons.
And that had to be a well put together yacht.
Hey, for real, that was a huge yacht. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we don't look at it because we want to believe in these ancient mysteries, and we, people change so much, y'all. And you look at the art on the pyramids. It's all black characters, but when you watch movies, who is it? It's all white.
Right.
And then when they take the pictures, right, and they post them in the National Geographic, what do they tell their graphic artists? To shade them in a little whiter. You see what I'm saying? So y'all still believe in that folly because you want to feel connected to some universal power that is God.
Right.
But you want to give another name. As soon as you give it another name, then you take God out of the equation. You see what I'm saying? But all of that is in the Bible. But it's just the fact that we hadn't been taught it properly. So then when it starts to not make sense. Because we read the book cover to cover. That's what we do. We read the book cover to cover, and we think we got it. And we say, oh, we got it now. I can put it down because I didn't read it. But we read it without the understanding. One, you didn't know that it was talking about you the entire time you're reading. You was reading a mirror image of yourself.
Right. I was thinking, when they said children of Israel, I always thought them over there.
Then them over there. So you didn't know that you was reading a splitting image of yourself. Then you didn't know the context. You didn't know the culture. You didn't know your people used to do this, and you used to live like this. You see what I'm saying? You didn't know that you existed back then. And these stories were just a midrash to tell you how to prepare yourself in the time that you are in right now.
Absolutely.
Right. And so when you read it cover to cover 100 times, you just say, I didn't accomplish that, and I'm a Christian. I'm the best Christian in the world. Now can't nobody tell me that. Only God can judge me. But no, that ain't true, because you never changed your script.
Right.
You read the scripts, but you never changed your scripts.
You just read a book.
You just read a book.
That's it.
That was it. That's it. So now that we have this understanding, now we can understand what these stories mean. Perfect example. The disciples didn't know that they were actually let me put some scripture on it, because this is another message in Brotherhood I want to share with you guys.
Yeah, we got scripture, y'all. Y'all didn't know that, did you? You gotta. Well, that's what we always study on Shabbat. Put scripture on top of everything we say. So
Definitely, we got to, man. We got to. If you will, let's turn to Mark chapter 6. Let's go to chapter 6 and verse. Let's go to verse 30.
Mark
6:30. Let's go to 30. Let's go to 35.
30 to 35.
No, 35. Just we're gonna start at 6:35, and then we're gonna go down to 44. All right, bet. So this is a teaching. This is what you miss when you read. I'm gonna walk y'all through this thing, because this is an example of brotherhood. This is what took place last Friday at my house. This is what happened last Friday at my house. Real talk. No, this is real talk. All right. It says, and when it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, this is a desolate place, and the hour is now late. Send them away to go to the surrounding countryside and villages and buy themselves something to eat. But he answered them, you give them something to eat. And he said to him, shall we go and buy 200 denarii worth of bread and give it to them to eat? And he said to them, how many loaves do you have? Go and see. And when they had found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. Then he commanded them all to sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups by hundreds and by 50s. And taking the 5 loaves and 2 fish, he looked up to heaven and said a blessing, and broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples to set before the people. And he divided the 2 fish among them all. And they all ate and were satisfied. And they took up 12 baskets full of broken pieces and of the fish. And those who ate the loaves were 5,000 men. All right. So I done read the Bible 100 times. I done read the Bible. I know my word. You ain't got to tell me nothing about these scriptures. You read that story before. Now, let me tell you from a Hebraic mindset, which we know Yeshua spoke Hebrew also, right?
Mhm.
We know he was a Hebrew man who spoke Hebrew and we know this because on the road to Damascus, Paul said in Hebrew, he heard the voice of the Lord.
You know how you heard it.
You see what I'm saying? So we know he heard Yeshua's voice asking, why are you persecuting me?
Mhm.
On the road to Damascus. So we know that this brother was a Hebrew man who spoke Hebrew, who taught in a Hebraic lens,
Mhm.
which means a lot of things that he speaks of and are recorded in idioms. So if you're not in the truth, then you don't catch the revelation.
Right.
All right. So let's go to verse 38. It says, and he said to them, how many loaves do you have? Go and see. And when they had found out, they said, 5 loaves and 2 fish. All right. So skip down to 41. It says, and taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven. 5 loaves. We're talking about Yeshua. So the 5 loaves indicate, and we're talking about Yeshua, who is who? A perfect man who lived the Torah. So the Torah, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. 5. So when we see Yeshua, we see he taught the Torah to the people. What is that number 2? He taught it to 2 people. The fish, the people, when we talk about seas and seas of people, and I'll make you fishers of men.
Right.
He's talking about the house of Israel and the house of Judah. He taught to the people the Torah.
There you go.
All right. We've also been taught that this could also indicate the major and minor prophets. Also, we were taught that by the Ashkenazi. Right, that indicated the minor prophets and the major prophets, because he would midrash and remesh a lot about what the prophecies were. Right, so that could go both ways. It wasn't wrong, but it's, you see what I'm saying? People, fish, right, and food, spirit. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Now, in a Christian mindset, Greco-Roman mindset, you just thought that he had 5 breads, garlic toast, right? You thought he had garlic toast and some catfish.
Catfish?
Because that's what you knew. You didn't know he was a kosher man.
Yeah.
You didn't know. You weren't taught that he was a kosher man in the church. All right. So now he says here, he looked up to heaven. From where cometh our strength? And he said, a blessing. All praise to the Most High for this that we're about to receive. It's in the spiritual food. And broke the loaves. So he broke it down so you could understand it.
That's why we get the term break bread together.
Break bread together. I'm going to give it to you in digestible pieces. So I'm not going to make it complicated for you. You're a babe in this thing. I'm going to chew it for you and then give it to you. I'm not going to shove this down your throat.
Right.
I'm going to break it up so you can understand it, so you can learn to appreciate it for what it is on the level that you can accept it and digest it.
Right.
And then he gave it to his disciples to set before the people. So the disciples had a greater understanding.
They had to teach that thing.
It was so many people. So now I'm going to give it to y'all to disperse it. Your radio.
Yep.
MitresNHeadwraps. I'm going to give it to the disciples so y'all can help me feed these people. Right. And then it said, and he divided the 2 fish among them. Right. So we're all eating. Even the disciples ate. So we ate so that we can feed y'all.
Right. That's true.
And then look at verse 42. My number. Oh,
what? Oh, your number.
Your number. That's my number, y'all. What I remember last week I told y'all he was 817 and mine was 42. That's our spiritual number.
And Tracy's birthday was, she turned 42.
See what I'm saying? Look at verse 42. What it says. It says, and they all ate and were satisfied.
Now he's satisfied, y'all. It's all together. It came
together, man. But and mine. Oh, verse 43. It says, and they took up 12 baskets full of broken pieces and of the fish. 12. What's the number 12 represent?
The governmental order.
Ooh. So they had order. It was order brought because they had the Torah and the tribes coming together.
That's dope.
Kingdom. That's what you learn in the Hebraic.
Yep.
That's what we learned. This is what we midrash about on Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
The higher thing. I ain't saying, and if you come and all you know is church, but you want to come and get the understanding, we're not gonna feed you like this. We're not gonna feed you this. We're not gonna feed you like this. But we're going to break it up and feed you according to what you can take,
right,
and what you can understand. Because we don't want you to hate the Torah. We don't want you to run from the Torah. We don't want our brothers and sisters to see what we're doing and think y'all doing some Islam type stuff. No, because we're all reading out the same book. But now we're telling you that there's a greater understanding. There's mysteries in this thing that you have to get, but you have to have the dialect, you have to have the culture aspect, and you have to understand the order upon which it was established.
Right. You got to have that lens, y'all. That lens have to be a Hebraic lens.
Yeah.
You can't look at this thing in the Greek, because look what happens to us. We saw it a whole different way. Man, he fed all these people with just this and this, y'all. Right. That's it.
So what
was that in this? What was that?
Right. Because we was kids and we was in Sunday school. The Sunday school class was the same as the adult Sunday school class. We were thinking that he had 5 loaves of bread and he blessed it. And then all of a sudden, it just multiplied it to like 50,000 pieces, like
a magic trick or something. That's how we saw it, as a magic trick.
We saw it as a magic trick. And then he took the 2 fish, and all of a sudden, he had a fish fry.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
The people today, they say, man, all I had was this amount of money. I fed all these people. That ain't what he's talking about.
All right. Friday, what happened, bro? I sat there and I cooked all that chicken. Daud then walked in. He had a team of people, and Val even said, you don't have enough people. You don't have enough food to feed all these people. I said, y'all will provide.
Right.
And so when he said, man, I'm sorry, but we don't eat chicken. Like, they eat chicken, but they eat it like 2 days a week. Like they focus more on like beef, I think, and I guess they're trying to wean themselves to like the vegan lifestyle. Okay. And so, I had all of your community there, and I had Daud and them, and one of my buddies from work was supposed to come, but he didn't show up. And so what happened was, we sitting there, I was grilling and everything, and I found I didn't eat chicken. So now I got all this food. I wasn't upset, but I'm like, okay, they're not going to eat this, so I'm gonna have to find something else to cook. But I didn't have anything. I remembered that I had a lot of leftover bell peppers. So I cut the bell peppers up and boiled some rice and made a sauce. When they came back, and Valerie had made that pasta that you still ain't got.
I got to come get it.
Yeah, they still over there. So they were able to eat, and just I made something happen. I had to make something happen to satisfy my guests.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To bless the guests. And so, but it could easily been a situation where we could have ran out of food, because I cooked something for them, but then when y'all came, y'all was able to eat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And before I knew it, like, everybody ate, and we didn't have much leftovers. Everybody was satisfied.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because our hearts was in the right place. We're blessing some out-of-towners who always show us love.
Oh yeah, all the time.
You see what I'm saying? Always show. And when I went to visit them, they opened their home and their kitchen to me and my family. So it wasn't no way they were gonna come to Dallas and not return the favor, the hospitality. You see what I'm saying? And so, not knowing that information about the whole chicken, the meat situation, I just went into hospitality mode. Okay. I know they're not eating this, so let me cook the next thing. I could easily got pissed off and upset and be like, man, they being N-words. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of N-words. They always doing something extra. I could have easily had that attitude. The easiest thing is to have that attitude and be frustrated. But I said, you know what? Let me do something different. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was satisfied. We enjoyed ourselves, man. Yeah.